Good morning. It's not morning. Oh yeah, it is. It's like 9:30. Is that for real? I guess it is. I've been up a good long time, and it's just raining, 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 raining down here in Key West, Florida. I have more lessons for you. This thing gives me 10 minutes. I'm going to give you another 10 minutes stuff. See, I'm kind of I'm in between things. I have to move one day, and but not right now. It's pouring down rain. Sunday also. It's also all Sunday. But anyways, I want to tell you about the grapes of wrath. I want to give you a little information on what's all that about. So first off, you're gonna have to understand that when the cupbearer in the story where he was dreaming of how to serve his master, all right, how to serve the Pharaoh correctly. And in his dream, he dreamed of a grapevine growing out of the earth, splitting into three, and then flowering and turning into fruits. He saw his hand go up there and squeeze the wine, or squeeze to squeeze the grape into wine, or at least let what's inside of it out. That's what I'm trying to get at. And then within this cup, of course, and then he hands it over to Pharaoh. And of course, this is the proper way to serve the Lord. So what you find out is that it's a natural way of doing something, whereas with the baker, he just made stuff up, brought all this in, brought all that in, and of course, those were his thoughts when it comes down to bread. If we want to have no thought, we want leavened bread. When it comes down to serving the Lord, there is no thoughts involved whatsoever. So you'll see that in symbolism of the Spirit is blood, is actually what's inside of us. And so that blood is looked at as wine. And of course, when we are fornicating with the devil and, or, religion and stuff like that, we have this very strong wine we're drinking of hers. And when it comes down to the wine that's within inside of you, this is the true spirit, that you are finding that, you're not drunk on that wine. Here, we got to back this up. All you got to know is that there's a wine the wine represents what's inside of you, which is the spirit. And you'll remember that, he's turned water into wine. He has taken what was, 6 bottles or six jugs, and made them all into wine, all this water into wine. And of course, in the wine press in Revelations, the idea is he's supposed to take a sickle. Now, this guy that's doing this business is this guy who looks like the Son of Man coming in the clouds. And this is, the way it is. And he's going to make us some wine. And so in Revelations, he is asked to take his sickle and put it into earth so that, because the fruit is ripe. And so it's a type of, reaping. And this is what the outside world likes to be called as they're going to be reaped and killed and destroyed and stuff like that. But in reality, what it is this thing is, it is a cleansing situation where you're being rid of years and years and years of, blasphemy and abuse and all this stuff that you had claimed God to be all this time. And then once you get on this other side, you'll find that it's, oh my goodness, it was supposed to be the other way around. So, you'll find God's on both sides of this coin. So the grapes of wrath are this idea that, you when you've reached your end of time, and this is it. This is what Revelation is about. This is in Revelations 12. 12 is this idea of a union, right? Revelations 12 is 2 and 3. That's three coming together, and this is where the woman is found with a child, right? And she's got the crown, the 12 crown above her head, and stuff like that. And, of course, the baby makes it past the serpent in this story, because that's the way it is. Because you are actually being reborn in this situation, and Revelation is not a negative situation at all. It just reveals that this Antichrist is the church, and that it becomes this one of these, it becomes your snare, and that this is what's been governing the nations for a while. This is the lie that everybody's on, and this is the dogma that's going to take everyone out. So you'll see that when it comes down to wine, when you have gone through this process of being reborn, then what happens is that you are now the new wine skin. The body is the wine skin, what contains something, the container, and the new wine, which is inside of you. So which becomes earth and heaven. So you get the new heaven and earth. So all of these are all telling you the same thing. And when Lot is made drunk off the new wine, and he is raped by his two daughters, this is the same story. When the men come down from the Tower of Babel and they're all talking, it's like, hey, are you guys all drunk? No, they're not drunk. No, they're not. You'll see that this is what the grapes is. You're being pressed. What's inside of you is being let out. So this grape of wrath is and the sickle and all that business is a separation, between your skin and this child that you need to let loose. This is just the way it is. It's always been that way. It will always be that way. All right. So let's see. That was a quick lesson, wasn't it? I think I got there before the 10-minute mark. What else can I talk about while I'm here? If you look at the Bible and you check out those number systems, it works on all those on everything. Okay, here I'm going to minus you down for just a second and see if I have anything on my old notes here. Of course, what we get here is let me get this going. We're at Revelations 12. 12 is where it appeared a great wonder in heaven. Okay, this is when the woman is being birthed with a child, and of course that's Revelations 12. All right, and that's a combination of the 1 and the 2, which makes the 3, which is the intervention. That's what we're talking about. So let's go to the next one. Would be Revelations of 13. 3 and 1 equal a 4. So this is a world. This is about a world. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And this here is 3 and 1 is 4. This is talking about worlds. Let's go on to the next one here. What it says here, let's go on to where the story is about wrath, which is Revelations 14. So Revelations 14 is going to be a 5. So they're talking about the body. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on Mount Sinai, and with him 144,000 having his father's name. Now it's about over, but anyways, this is the Lamb. This is you, number 5. That's what this is, chapter 14. All right, you guys, best to you. Remember that this code system follows all the way through the Bible, and over here we got 6 is this idea that in the midst. It's just the coolest stuff on earth. All right. see where you are, and have a beautiful day.